PesoPay is a powerful web-based online payment services platform which provides secure, multi-channel, multilingual, and multi-currency payment services. It is used by many renowned companies and organizations in the Asian region. This video will help you get the most from the PesoPay payment services. As a merchant, you will be able to understand the various features of PesoPay. Getting started. There are several steps that must be completed prior to accepting payments through PesoPay payment services. How does PesoPay payment services work? Merchants using PesoPay payment services can automatically authorize and settle credit card payments either on their website or on standard payment interface in their merchant online account with 128-bit SSL encryption. Transaction history is recorded in the database, and merchants can access the information by logging into merchant administration tools online. Usually, a transaction starts when a consumer makes a purchase at a merchant's website or requests a sales order over the phone or an application form. The required purchase information is sent securely to PesoPay Payment Services platform. When the transaction reaches PesoPay, our database records the information and requests the acquiring bank to authorize the transaction. The result is returned through our payment platform to client browser within seconds. With PesoPay administration tools, the merchant can query the transaction status via the web browser. They can also perform actions like void, request refund, download report, and many others. What are the steps needed to use your PesoPay account for the first time? Step 1. Apply for a merchant account. Before any integration is carried out, it is assumed that the merchant already has applied for a merchant account and has received the merchant ID and terminal ID from the acquiring bank. Step 2. Integrate PesoPay payment services. This step should be completed after viewing our integration guide. PesoPay payment services supports different types of channel integration. Step 3. Application tests. When steps 1 and step 2 are completed, you need to test your application in our testing environment to make sure that the result is satisfactory. In the testing environment, only testing credit cards and account numbers work. During testing process, please enter some transactions and check to see if those transactions are authorized. Check the details of each transaction, such as merchant name, currency, and amount are correct. To check the details, you have to log in your merchant admin tools for transaction detail information of your account. If your testing does not give you the expected result, please contact customer support for assistance. Step 4. Official launch. After a satisfactory testing result, it is ready for your web application launch. Make sure necessary modifications are made for production environment. If everything is ready, you can start enjoying the benefits of real-time payment processing with PesoPay. Administration tools. Logging on to PesoPay. For the merchant to access the administration tools, the user must set the correct URL or use a shortcut link at PesoPay homepage by selecting Merchant Login and then enter Merchant ID, login name and password in the form as shown. Click the Submit button to submit the form. All fields are case sensitive. In the production environment, the data transmitted via browser will be encrypted. Please make sure there is a lock-like icon shown at the lower right corner of your browser. That means the browser is protected and server connected is authenticated. To authenticate the identity of the server ID certificate, double-click the icon to read the details. Contact PesoPay or the certificate issuer if there is any doubt. The user will be temporarily locked when the system records more than 6 consecutive login failures due to incorrect password. Users are required to change password periodically. When a user's password has expired, the system will prompt the user to change his password automatically. After a successful login, the first page presented is the Merchant Month to Date or MTD Transaction Summary screen. The Merchant MTD Transaction Summary is the home of your administration tools. At the top of this home page contains account information including Merchant ID, Merchant name, last log on, which shows the date and the last time you logged on for security purpose. At the middle of the page, MTD Transaction Summary shows transactions of the account in the current month by payment type. Merchant Bulletin Board. Just below the Merchant MTD Transaction Summary, there is a bulletin board which shows the update news and benefits for merchants. You are recommended to review the contents of this latest source of news and security updates regularly. Hot tips. Your business is our business. PesoPay always aims at providing comprehensive information to help our business partners and merchants like you to develop a profitable and healthy e-commerce business. This Hot Tips area contains useful information and business tips for e-business, such as reference on fraud prevention and chargeback prevention. In order to protect the user account, the login session will expire automatically when the browser is idle for too long. You are highly recommended to log out of the account when you are using a public terminal computer or leaving your seat. At the left-hand side of the screen are tags to other sections: Profile, Operations, Services, Merchant's Profile. When the Profile tag is selected, the initial screen is the menu of the Merchant Profile section as shown. Profiles information records the merchant information, general information, banking information, and payment information. General information. Merchants have responsibility to make sure that the information is updated and accurate. The description of the form are as follows. For the general information, Merchant ID is the unique ID number of the merchant account. Company name is the merchant's registered company name. Merchant class is the plan applied for the merchant. Merchant type is the business type of merchant. Payment type is a type of payment to be accepted with this merchant account. Sales means the amount is debited from the credit card amount, while authorized only holds the request amount from the account without debit. Short name is the company name in short form. URL is the registered URL for online business. Mailing address is the corresponding address of mailing to merchant. Business address is the registered address of the merchant's company. Country region is the country region of business registration. Country domicile is the country domicile of the registered company. Fax number corresponds to the fax number inquiry. Hotline telephone number is for general inquiry about the merchant's business. For example, customer service hotline. For the contact information, project contact is the person who is in charge of the PesoPay merchant account setup. Operations contact is the person who is in charge of the online transaction. Technical contact is the person who is in charge of technical issues on online payment section. For the banking information, bank is the name of the settlement bank. Bank account title is the registered title for the account. Bank account number is a registered account number. Bank account currency is the currency of settlement for the account. For the payment information, currency is the currency setting for the merchant account. Return value link data feed is the location where the merchant's application accepts the return value of the payment transaction. Transaction limit is the limited amount of each transaction. Daily limit is the daily limit of the transaction amount. Monthly limit is the monthly limit of transaction amount.